Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This time it's going to be a battle report of Warriors of the Dark Gods versus Demon Legions of the H2O tournament held in Harmelen this year. So this is the list that I submitted to the event that I want to try out. I can see if I can get a pointer here, yes. So I do have a Chosen Lord on a Dark Chariot with Kingslayer mostly. Two Sorcerers to give me some magic support, Warriors, then 2 units of Chosen with Great Weapons and Sloth, and double Helmor with 2 Chosen Chariots. My opponent for this game was Zantzuke. He played a Sentinel of Nakuja, which is a Wizard Master on Avocation. Then he played a Kalima's Deceiver, which is a model that gets the amount of attacks of models in base contact added to its profile. So if you put it against something with a lot of attacks, it basically becomes a bit stronger. This was a Wizard Apprentice. Oh, well, it does Protean Magic. I think it just took Note Eye Enemy or something. Harbinger of Father Chaos with. So there's a combination here of Guiding Venom Sacs on the Kalima's Deceiver, then Guiding Piercing Spike to make 1 unit of Succubi have extra AP and one of them have extra poison. And then 2 units of Succubi that are gonna strike first, quite guaranteed. Scoring Dart of Lemurs, a unit of Hoarders, and 2 units of Eidolons, 2 units of Sirens. We were playing Refused Flank and Breakthrough, and as you can see, everything has been laid out. I dropped for first turn, my opponent dropped afterwards, and I got the first turn. I was quite surprised at this deployment of my opponent, with the Sirens over here not deploying anywhere else or vanguarding anywhere else. And what you can also see, by the way, is in the picture my 2 Helmor portals that I start the game with. So my chariots have envy in this game, and I have an advance of 7s, which means that I need like an 11 or a 12, I think a 12 even, to get to the Sirens over here. I thought about it and I was like, well, my chosen chariot wants to move up on the hill anyways. I will quite likely roll at least one high number, so I will end up on the hill just ready to charge out the next turn. If I do get the 12, I do get the charge into the Sirens, and I do get an overrun into his Eidolons, out of range, out of threat range of anything else. And that would be quite a golden opportunity, I thought. Rest of the deployment, I have a chosen unit here. I have Barbarians with the Occultism Mage, 1 Helmor, Warriors with Pride, then Barbarians with the Alchemy Mage, another unit of Chosen Helmor, Chosen Chariot, and off the screen is the Chosen Lord on Chariot. For my opponent, Hoarders, Sirens, Eidolons, Succubi both, then on the left side in this picture, the Deceiver, right side, the Harbinger, the Sentinel, the Sirens, and another unit of Lemurs. So that charge I did not make in the end. This is a bit further into the game. So I'm just going to walk you through what has happened over the different turns, because I just forgot to take a picture. So my opponent in his turn, what I did in my first turn is I declared the charge, I failed the charge, I moved up a little bit with the rest, and I teleported my Chosen Lord all the way from this side all the way to this side, threatening my opponent's Hoarders, taking them practically out of the game for the first couple of turns at least, and giving my opponent the choice of either engaging with an AP0 model or basically trying to shoot my my Lord down. I was in a position where I would threaten the rest of the field here, and I was quite curious to see how well this would go for my Lord as well, facing off 2 units of Eidolons. So that happened, and basically we got into a stalemate where my opponent wanted to move away and I wanted to hunt his Eidolons. I was able to charge into 1 unit of Eidolons, and I didn't really take that many wounds in the process. I think I took 2 from the dangerous terrain because I made a ruins out of this. But my opponent, he did shoot at me as well, and he didn't manage to do any wounds, so that kind of averaged out. Otherwise, I have a unit of Succubi that charged into my Chosen with the Kalima's Deceiver. This was a bad judgment on my part because the Deceiver got up to like 11 attacks, which was way too much. So this unit, I lost to that unit. And then this unit went into my Spiked Shield Warriors, which normally I would say was quite a good matchup for me. Up to the point where my opponent took 12 wounds and saved 9 of them on his Aegis save, I believe. So then I started to lose the grind instead of winning the grind. So I had to move in Helmor to support, I had to move in my other chosen to support. And in the end, this unit took way more resources than I was planning to use on them. But that basically got us to this picture. So here we still have the Succubi with the Klima's Deceiver on the left. I poured entire magic phases on this unit to just diminish the amount of Succubi. Every turn dealing 2 wounds, roughly. There was even a turn where I did just 1 wound. And I just took Hellfire, Breath of Corruption, Pentagram of Pain. All the offensive spells basically to help my units or help my mages do some damage to these to his frail demons. Chosen Lord is all the way in the back. I went through his lines and now he's coming back. I'm hunting down his Klima's Deceiver with my barbarians. I have another Chosen Chariot. So in this moment I tried to just block in his Eidolons, making sure that he could not get away from just one charge at least. So my Chosen Chariot in the end charged here because this was going to be my turn. So I did, it was this one that charged actually. So this one charged in here, and I was planning on getting it over and into the hoarders. And here I did charge in, and just to make him stick, moved up my Chosen to get closer, moved up the Chosen Lord to get closer to the Deceiver, because I thought that one of these could actually take the Deceiver on in combat. Otherwise, I'm still focusing all of my magic on the Succubi. And yeah, I switched out at this point to 2 Helmor models because this is a bit more easy to handle. So this is the turn after the Chosen Chariot made it in, got an overrun into the Hoarders, and at this point I'm just evading a Succubi basically, charging him with the other Chosen Chariot and trying to use my magic to just get rid of the last couple of Succubi. My opponent failed as much, so I didn't get a March check because I was in combat with him. I stuck for a round, then his turn, he broke me, I fled away, and then I'm now getting my flank charge with my Chosen. So this was a short story for the Klima's Deceiver. Then I still have Helmor charging the Lemurs, and I still have another Chosen Chariot charging into the Hoarders. My first one didn't do that much damage, I hope the second one does more. So we got to this shot, this chariot made it in. Beautiful models on all sides. Yeah, I already suffered 3 wounds on this one, just from the AP0 attacks. And we'll see what happens next. So this is at my 5th turn. I did clean up the Klima's Deceiver. My magic phase I killed once again like 1 or 2 Succubi. And basically we have the blurry version of the earlier picture with the Chosen Chariot. As you can see, I didn't really do any wounds to my opponent. Was hoping to do a bit more than like 1 or 2 wounds. And my opponent, over the time, he just grinds down my Chosen Chariots to the man. And in the end, you can see that 1 more model is gone and I had 1 wound on another model, which I would say was quite disappointing. In the end, with breakthrough, my opponent still has the Lemurs here in my deployment, but I do have a unit of barbarians and a unit of Chosen over here that have not teleported later than turn 3, so they are still scoring. So I do score the objective, leading it to a 15-5 for the Warriors of the Dark Gods. I had estimations that it would be a bit better for me, this matchup. But I did make some mistakes as well. I'm just really learning how to play this list also still. I mean, the placement of the portals right now was quite okay because I didn't really know where my opponent would deploy. Chosen versus a Deceiver, you shouldn't, just don't. And then this was just really unfortunate in terms of the Aegis saves that my opponent made. So I think even in a rematch, I know a bit better now how to face this, and well, let's hope for a better result next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.